Hi, you guys. Thank you for joining me, John and Carla. Welcome. I know it's a little weird to be having this on our Zoom platform today, but we're unable to do it in person right now. I was wondering though, are you guys able to see each other from where you're sitting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you. So I want to introduce myself for our first session. My name is Melissa Howard. I'm a marriage and family therapist. I specialize in couples therapy. I try to use multiple methods with therapy, trying to find the one that works the best with you guys as a couple. I want you to feel empowered, and this is a safe place to be able to discuss whatever you need to discuss. I really try to work with couples in relational distress, focusing on the couple as a whole, versus the individual or the individual goals of a particular partner. Is this okay with both of you?
Yes.
Yeah, but I definitely think this is the last resort for me. Like, I can't just keep weighing out positives and negatives, whether I should stay or go anymore. So,
You never think about how I feel. I'm just as stressed out. And I mean, I don't want you to leave me. Where would I go?
Okay, may I stop you both there? I understand that there are a lot of emotions going right now. Let's though, instead of starting at the middle of your story, go ahead and start at the beginning. Remember, when we're working together, it's not a transactional, one person yells and the other person yells, or even a quid pro quo, pro versus con situation where we're weighing out the value of our relationship. We want to focus on marriage as less of a verb of something we do and more like a noun, something that becomes part of us, like a thing, and kind of defines our identity, or at least part of it. So starting with you, John, what are your feelings right now with your marriage with Carla?
well, I work all the time and I'm so tired and feeling frustrated with everything at home. Like, I just want to get out of the situation. So recently I rented an apartment for myself to chill out at. And just like after Charlotte was born, Carla just seems to nag me all the time about all these stupid little things in the house and the kids. And I just feel like I never get a break. And now Carla's asking me to come home early and take days off. And I'm working all the time to support us. At this point, like, if I'm not feeling it, I just want to go home and go to bed.
John, thank you for explaining that. Now, Carla, can you share your feelings, please?
I feel abandoned by John at home and overwhelmed taking care of two kids. I keep trying to tell John I never get a breather between the household and Charlotte and Sean. I even ask him to come home a little early or even take a day off. I need more help and I feel alone. I'm devastated that John would rent an apartment with the intention to leave me. I'm an immigrant. I came to this country for him. I sacrificed everything to come here. My family and everything I know is in Latin America. And life wasn't the same there as it is here.
Carla, would you mind expanding on the difference for you between where you immigrated from and here, as you're just kind of talking about that, just so I understand?
Yeah, I expected John to take care of the family outside and inside the home. I grew up with my father being a constant participant in the family, even though he worked a full-time job. It's just confusing because I'm not sure what John seems to expect of me. It's like in the Western housewife lifestyle where I'm supposed to take care of the house and all the people and feelings in it, but I don't always understand it.
Okay. Thank you for explaining, Carla. Now, John, what are you thinking about after listening to Carla?
Well, Carla begged me to stay, and I said all right, and decided to come to therapy with her. But when I'm around her, I feel like a jerk, and when I'm gone, I'm a jerk. And why can't she just be independent and free spirited anymore? Like, just make the house decisions without me. I know it was different in her home country, but I grew up with my dad working all day, and my mom took care of the house and me, and I feel like they were fine. And I'm so stressed out at work, and I just want to be able to come home and relax, and sometimes just alone.
Okay. Now, Carla, thank you, John. Can you please share your feelings about what John said?
I begged John to reconsider leaving and go to a therapist. I don't want him to leave me. If he's so smart, why can't he see how unhappy I am without him at home? I know his job is stressful, but I don't think he understands how hard it is to be home all day and with the kids and keep the house in order. When he doesn't come home to dinner and just goes straight to bed, I feel like I have failed at being the housewife he wants or I'm supposed to be. Sometimes I feel trapped trying to make it all work and I just need a break.
Okay, thank you. That's quite a bit of feelings intermixed for the both of you. I would imagine, though, that your marriage probably didn't start with all these issues.
No.
Okay, so I'd like to have both of you do an activity together. I understand it may feel a little strange because we are on a Zoom platform, but would the activity be okay with both of you?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do something that's something like the love map from the Gottman therapy method. John and Carla, please think about your partner, you know, what they like, what they dislike, what do you love about them, and kind of like draw it out or write it out. Be as creative, not creative, as you want to be or you're comfortable with. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, great, John. Great fast drawing there. Would you mind sharing that with us?
Okay. Well, I drew 4 stick figures. It represents us as a family. I made them hold hands to show that they are together. I drew a horse because she's such a free spirit and loves to travel. I also drew an airplane for traveling and to kind of show how she came from Latin America to Canada and, you know, like moved here. I also drew an infinity symbol and a ring because I know she loves me and she always says she values our vows. And lastly, I have this dinner looking thing here because she loves cooking for us at home.
Okay, thank you. Now, Carla, could you share yours as well?
So, well, I drew this computer because John supports our family by working. And then I drew this Canadian flag because being in Canada is important to John and we made our life together here. And then over here I wrote family in different colors because I feel like when we aren't fighting, we really do have each other's backs. And I did the different colors because he is Canadian and I'm Latin American. So like I wanted to show that we're a blend of cultures in our family. And then lastly, over here is a car because he seems to like to leave and be by himself.
Okay, well, thank you, Carla. That was, thank you for sharing that. If you could please continue to hold up your picture for John. John, when you look at Carla's picture, what do you feel? And if you could just tell Carla.
Well, I am a computer technician. I appreciate that she included that I support the house because sometimes I don't feel like she appreciates how much effort I put in. Also, I appreciate her for uprooting her life to come to Canada. I feel good about and love our family, but it makes me low-key sad and kind of upset that she thinks I just always want to leave. She makes me feel bad for being around. It's always criticism, like with the car thing on that map or whatever.
You know, Carla, would you please look at John's picture now, John, if you could hold that up, and try and let us know what you think seeing John's picture. How does John's picture make you feel?
Well, I mean, it's really hard to do that now. I feel like he's mad at me.
I understand, Carla. You know, it can be really hard to expose this level of emotion to our partner, but in doing so, we can actually begin to build empathy between you two. If John hears how this picture makes you feel, as you heard about yours, we can begin to share these emotions beyond verbal communication into true understanding of the other person's feelings and motivations. Also, this can help you kind of both remember what brought you together. So if it's okay, John, would you mind holding up your picture, please?
Okay, fine. Well, when I look at John's picture, I'm happy he recognizes I came from my home to live in his. Sometimes I think that he forgets that. It makes me sad to see the airplane because even though I know it's meant to be for vacation or a travel thing, it just reminds me of how isolated I feel. The infinity symbol makes me feel warm because I want to stay with John forever. But I feel like we're at the point where this isn't going to happen anymore.
Carla, would you mind making the last sentence an emotion, please?
Yeah, I guess like I feel alone and sad and in love all at the same time. So maybe confused.
Okay, thank you for sharing that, Carla. Now, please, both of you, if you could close your eyes and really think about what your partner has just said to you. Take a deep breath and really try to calm your heartbeat. And after our eyes are open again, I'm going to be asking you to tell your partner what you heard them say, excuse me, what you heard them say they were feeling. Try not to add anything you think they said. Just focus on specifically what they said. And then when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. And I'm going to start with you, Carla, telling John what you heard him say he's feeling.
John is angry and sad, and he doesn't always feel appreciated by me. And he sometimes feels bad when he is around, but he also loves me and his family very much.
Okay, now John, you could share what you heard Carla say her feelings were, please.
Well, Carla is happy when I recognize her cultural differences and that she came here to live in my home. She's sad because she used to be able to travel, and now she feels isolated being at home all the time, especially with the kids. And Carla is confused because she loves me and feels hurt simultaneously.
Carla and John, now can you please look at one another and ask each other if you captured the other person's emotions correctly?
Yeah. Did I get that right?
Yeah, for the most part. What about me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, great, you guys. So this is something we'll get better at with practice, but it's important to consider not only what your partner is doing, but why they're doing it. So I noticed that you're both remarked that you need some space. John, you need to be able to breathe, and sometimes, Carla, you just need a break, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so as homework for the two of you, how about we start introducing some individual time in the marriage so you guys can start to reestablish this independence or me time that you both are asking for or kind of potentially having more of prior to the kids being born. It's important, though, that this me time is balanced with your family and your couple time. The focus is not on the I as much as we're trying to create a time during the day for each of you to meditate on your feelings and thereby hopefully become more reflexive and thoughtful with one another rather than being emotionally reactive. Is this okay? And if you think it's going to work for your family dynamic, like what would be best for you guys?
Well, it would be really nice if I could come home a couple of days a week and get an hour or two to decompress. Sometimes I don't want to be badgered right when I come in the door, and I just need to like get into a better headspace.
I don't feel like I badger you. Sometimes I just need a break after doing kids and chores. It's never ending. I don't have an end to my workday like you.
Okay, you guys, you both bring up really good points. But overall, it seems like you're both looking to get like an hour or two, a few days a week to take a break from life. So how about as our first goal, there's going to be 3 nights per person per week where you get an hour and a half or so to yourself, but with no interruptions. Then that leaves 1 night that you're still together right after work ends, and that would be like your family night. What could work for your family is that John goes ahead and does his on Saturday and Sunday night since he won't have that work to home transition. Or you guys could do sequential nights, whatever works best for your schedule. Do you guys like that idea?
I would really appreciate some time to myself.
Yeah, I think that would be good for us.
Okay, great. Well, thank you guys both for joining me here today, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you.